I want to read you what you said, make sure I'm accurate. Here's what you said. President Trump is not like any sane leader. I'm very proud of General Milley for saying that President Trump is a total fascist. You think you're smarter than the American people, don't you?
Want to make sure you heard that right? Because what just happened in that Senate hearing wasn't normal. It wasn't politics. It was a public takedown, and it got uncomfortable fast. A U.S. senator sitting across from a decorated general, and instead of deference, instead of soft questions, he went straight for the throat. No warm-up, no courtesy buffer, just this. Do you believe in open borders? Simple question. And right away, you see it, the shift. Because instead of answering directly, the general pivots. I believe in the rule of law, sir. That's the moment everything changes.
General,
Yes,
you
sir.
believe in open borders, don't you?
I believe in the rule of law, sir.
All right. And it makes you angry that President Trump does not believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Senator, I'm not here to discuss immigration policy. I'm here to discuss whether or not we use the military to enforce it.
And it makes you angry that most Americans don't believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Not in the slightest, sir. Again, I am not here to discuss the immigration policy.
Yeah. Duty, honor, respect, you talked about that
Yes,
in
Senator.
your opening statement. On October 14th of this year, you went on CNN. I want to read you what you said, make sure I'm accurate. Here's what you said. President Trump is not like any sane leader. I'm very proud of General Milley for saying that President Trump is a total fascist. To Bob Woodward, if he as chairman of the Joint Chiefs is calling the president a fascist, I'm so proud of him for breaking that barrier. The challenge is because most MAGA Republicans, they don't understand what fascism is. The reality is that they are in fact fascists themselves. Did I read that accurately?
Senator, I am happy to discuss my personal perspectives with you separately at any time. That's not the purpose of the hearing today.
Did I read that accurately?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. You think you're smarter than the American people, don't you?
Absolutely not, Senator. I am here to discuss the use of the military as part of this mass deportation.
You think you're more virtuous than the American people, don't you, General?
Senator, I am insulted by your comment.
Duty, honor, and respect. You talked about that in your opening statement, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Moran said, I wrote down her words. She said, by their actions, you know what someone's character is like. You agree with that?
Senator, for 35 years, I served my country with absolute honor and distinction, and I will continue to do so.
You agree with what Ms. Moran said?
Of course.
We've got a few minutes left.
23 seconds.
Well, actually, you let Ms. Klobuchar go well over, so I'm assuming you'll extend me the
I'll
same.
give you the same minute I gave to her.
You gave it a minute 20 at a time.
You're
I watch you
using-
like a hawk, Dick. Mr. Melnick, Mr. Reichlin Melnick, you believe in open borders too, don't you?
I do not, Mr. Kennedy.
Okay. On November 1st, 2022, you tweeted, both Texas and Louisiana have their knives out for black immigrants. Do you remember that tweet?
I don't, but it's quite possible.
What Texans, it's not only possible, it happened. You're not denying it, are you?
No, I'm saying, referring
What
to the
Texans?
context.
Who
I
are you
actually
talking
don't
to?
know the
Who
context.
are you talking to about who in Texas had their knives out for black immigrants?
Guessing the context, but my suspicion is
Give
that
me
it
a
has to
name.
do the
Give me a
Attorney
name.
General Ken Paxton and
Give
the
me a
Attorney
name.
General of
Give me a
Louisiana.
name.
I just did.
You don't have a name, do you?
I just said Ken Paxton.
You don't have a name, do you? You just said it, didn't you?
Just said Ken Paxton.
All right, how about Louisiana? You said Louisiana has its knives out for black immigrants. Who in Louisiana were you talking about?
Again, I'm not certain. That was 2 years ago, and as I'm sure you know, much has happened in the last 2 years.
Well, did you say it?
Again, I do not remember the
But
context,
you don't.
Senator
You
Kennedy.
said somebody had their knives out from Louisiana for black immigrants, but you don't know who they were? You just said it?
I said the Attorney General of Louisiana and Texas, and I believe this referred to specifically lawsuits brought and arguments that were made in court that the arrival of Haitians
I'm out
and
of time,
others
but I
were
want to get you
inherently
on the
dangerous,
record.
which was
You
not.
Thank you very much, Senator.
Believe
Appreciate
that the
your
Attorney
questions.
General at that time
Because everyone in that room knows what silence means. That's not confusion. That's calculation. And Collins knows it, too. So she leans forward, steadies her voice, rephrases the question, then rephrases it again, and slowly this stops being an oversight hearing. It becomes something else entirely. A reckoning, but then Collins does something the others in that chamber rarely bother to do. She comes with documentation. Actual numbers. Actual dates. She reads them out loud, one by one, deliberately, giving each figure room to breathe. 2.3 billion in misallocated funds. Contracts awarded without competitive bidding. Invoices approved with no supporting documentation. Then she looks up. Calm. Patient. And asks the one question no preparation could have covered. Can you explain, in simple terms, where that money went? That's the moment. Because there is no clean answer. No talking point built for this. Just accountability, standing in the room, waiting, and the official, after the pause, after the throat clearing, after the careful repositioning, says, "We are still conducting an internal review." Still. After 18 months, Collins doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't need to. She just nods and repeats it back. Still conducting an internal review. And suddenly the phrase sounds different out loud. It sounds like what it is. So she goes deeper. Not louder. Deeper. Were you aware of these discrepancies at the time of approval? The answer bends. It hedges. It moves sideways. But Collins has already anticipated every direction sideways leads, and she's already there, waiting. Did your office receive the audit flagging these irregularities? Yes, and what action was taken? Another pause. Longer this time, and that pause is the answer. That pause is the whole story. Then she does what the best questioners always do at exactly the right moment. She brings it back to the human cost. Not abstractions. Not budget lines. People. Programs cut. Communities that lost funding they were promised. And she names them. Specifically. Because specificity is the enemy of deflection, the official shifts. Says the situation was complex. Says decisions were made in good faith. Says the system has since been improved, and Collins stops him there. The system has been improved. But the money is still gone. And no one has been held responsible. Is that accurate? There it is. That's the trap. Not dramatic. Not theatrical. Just true, and inescapable, and sitting in the middle of the room for everyone watching to see. The official says, "I wouldn't characterize it that way." Collins says, "How would you characterize it?" And the silence that follows isn't confusion. It isn't processing time. It's exposure, because what you just watched wasn't a performance. It was precision. Question by question, document by document, evasion met with patience, deflection met with facts already in hand, and for a few minutes inside that hearing room, the truth had no exit.